If you are a UGC creator or an influencer that wants to work with brands, in today's video, I'm going to cover some red flags that you should be aware of before you get into any sort of partnership with a brand. Now, you may or may not know this depending on when you join our channel here, but I actually work on the brand side. I come to this channel with years and years of experience of putting influencer campaigns together, paying UGC creators. And let me tell you, I have seen, just being in this industry, the shady things that go on. And I think this video is going to save you guys a lot of stress in the future. Now, the first big, huge red flag, whether it's an influencer job or a UGC job, is the brand not wanting to have a contract. I know contracts seem really scary for creators. It's like this thing that we don't know because it's like a lot of language and all of that. But here's the thing, the contract actually protects you. It actually ensures you get paid on time. It's actually meant to support both parties in it, right? So a brand that comes through the door and does not provide you a contract or is not open to signing one that you provide, I would say literally run, don't walk. Like run fast away, because this is just uncharted, murky territory. I have a lot of creators who would be like, okay, well, whatever, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Enter at your own risk, because you very well may not get paid. Also, even if you are given a contract, I can't state this enough, you need to double, triple, whatever, check it, because even when you agree upon things, I've seen creators show me contracts where the brand has like snuck something in last minute and changed it up. So that's something that as a business owner, you're going to have to do your due diligence. The contract is going to outline the usage of your content. You don't want to sign anything in perpetuity. You want to make sure that, again, this is your business. You go in and read it thoroughly before signing anything as well. Another big red flag is if the brand is offering to pay you in terms of product. This is just a no-go. We are in 2025, the influencer industry is skyrocketing. Over 85% of brands are using influencer marketing. They know they need to pay. This is not, back in the day when we were like doing trade. They know they need to pay and they're expecting to pay. There should not be a world where you're doing stuff for trade or for free. This is a big red flag. It also shows that the brand is probably not very experienced in their influencer marketing or UGC campaigns. And it's something that I would definitely, again, be aware of. I've seen really shady tactics where brands actually ask the creator to pay for the product up front. That also should not happen. I've seen brands say, oh no, you just have to pay for shipping fees. And the shipping fees are like $27. Again, that is also something that is super, super shady and not typical of a brand deal. Again, being on the brand side, I would never ask a creator to pay for anything. The only time that I've seen this happen is if the brand is like overseas and they ask the creator, like this girl was doing a Kit Kat campaign and she had to like go buy a Kit Kat. Another creator went to Sephora and bought like a Sephora product because by the time they shipped it to her overseas, it was going to be like a whole thing. Those are the only sort of times I've seen that. Now, if you do find that brands are coming to you, asking you for free stuff or trying to pay you in product, make sure you come to my next free live training, because I'm going to be reading a pitch out loud that actually shares with you what you should be saying in this circumstance to pivot it from a free job to a paid job. My trainings are live, they are free, and they are so much fun. So make sure you come. I will leave the link below. Another red flag, you're going to want to make sure, first of all, if you don't know the company, like that's already like, okay, you're not expected to know every single one, but go on their website, like look at their email, right? Like this one girl sent us an email and the brand was like brand name 76XYZ2. I don't know, it just felt off, right? So it's part of your job as a creator when you're getting these inbound pitches to go through the website and the emails of these brands. And if it feels funky or doesn't feel right, trust your intuition on this. When I talk about these sort of shady brands, also their emails, if there's lots of grammatical errors or like misspelling, spaces that are weird, this should give you a sign that this is probably a spam and it's not like an actual brand deal. So be aware if any sort of grammatical errors as well. Now, something not enough creators do, and they should be doing, is actually researching these brands and looking up their reviews. You want to be in business with brands that also have good reputations online. Imagine there's a brand that you want to work with, you don't research them, and they have like this horrible reputation. Everyone hates them. The product is horrible. Like you didn't know this, and now you signed a contract and you have to work with them. that could have been all prevented is if you did your research on these brands. Because again, if the brand has a bad reputation online, this should also act as a red flag for you to not want to work with them or engage in that side of, in any sort of working relationship with them. Maybe there's bad product reviews, rather, and see that they've have negative press on them or unethical work practices. That stuff will follow you. Like you, especially the influencers in the room, like your name will continue to grow. And if you work with a brand that has like unethical work practices and that's part of your portfolio, it stays with you too. So it's just not worth it. Obviously, these are things that you can't always know, but a lot of times if you do a quick research on the brand, you'll be able to see a little bit more information about them. Now, this red flag I'm about to share is like kind of funky because it probably means you're already like working with them, but like if they're really slow to respond, I'm talking weeks on weeks, this will be a sign of the type of brand partner they are going to be. And it is going to be frustrating, and it probably means you should be charging more. I cannot tell you the amount of times a creator will get a brand deal and then they'll be like, oh my God, they literally take like 15 days to respond to an email. It is a red flag because you don't want to work with brands like this. It is going to cause you so much stress. I've seen this again, time and time again, where a creator will be like in some sort of like, it feels like you're just pulling teeth. And if they're really slow to respond on emails, they're probably slow to pay you as well. Think about just like the approval process, like getting the content approved and like having to post it. Like their delays will affect your business and they're inevitably linked. Them delaying on anything also delays with you. So the red flag I'm about to share is interesting. I have it here as my notes. It's like any brand that's really, really vague. But I'll give you a story to like kind of wrap it up. So this girl in my inner circle membership showed up and she was working with a really big jewelry brand, one that we all know. And she said that like the brand was like very much like, yeah, whatever you want to do. Like, what do you think? What do you think? And the more she realized in conversation, she's like, this brand knows nothing of what they're doing. Like they have no idea. And she's so funny because she's like, I'm just starting. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but they definitely don't know what they're doing. And I think, again, when you see that a brand is vague or just like kind of aloof and you're working with them and they don't really feel like they know what they're doing, this could be difficult because there's no real clear expectation. And it also leaves you wondering, like, is it me or is it them? I literally just had this happen right now to a client and she was just telling us all about it and the partnership never ended up going through and it was just this big old mess and disaster and it caused a bad taste in our mouth. So if you find this brand partner is just all over the place, I don't know, think twice before even trying to carry out a proper business partnership with them. Now, a lot of times when creators are faced in these sort of challenging situations, I always tell the creators in my pitching program, this is where you become the boss. You need to reel it in and really take control of the situation. And that requires a level of clarity and confidence when talking to brands. If you are a creator that wants to be actively working on the brand deal side, through UGC brand deals or influencer brand deals. That's what we do here at Sidewalker Daily. I'm going to leave a link to our signature pitching to brands master course. This is our tried and true program here at Sidewalker. It is our bestseller and it works. It is a results-driven class that is all about helping creators, take control of their brand partnerships by putting them in the arena, getting them pitching and getting the work done. So if this is something that you're interested in, if you want to start actually monetizing on the brand deal side, I will leave a link below to our Pitching to Brands Master course so that you can face these situations instead of with uncertainty, but with confidence. Now, another red flag that is also a red flag for brands from creators are templates. I always tell creators, don't send a template to a brand. They're going to think you're shady. Well, if a brand sends you a template, doesn't it also kind of make you feel like they don't even know who you are, they didn't personalize it, like they copy and pasted it, and it kind of just takes away from the personalization. I'm not saying that it's not okay for a brand to use a template because that just means they're reaching out to like hundreds of people probably, and you're just one of the many, which again is fine, but something that you need to consider versus if a brand like reaches out to you and like makes it special. It feels a little bit different. And I tell creators that too. Y'all, make sure you guys don't send those templates. Make sure you guys write it out and make it personal because that's what's going to help you stand out from the crowd. Remember, the biggest way you can kind of like just get through all these red flags is taking control of your own destiny and pitching, putting yourself out there, going after it, not just settling for what comes to you, but being actively present in this pace of your business. You know, brand deals make around 70% of a creator's income. It is the most important thing that you should be focusing on. So therefore, again, if you find that these brands are coming to you and they look whack, take control, go after them yourself. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, you're in luck because I'm going to give you a free gift. I got a free little worksheet for you. It is the before you pitch checklist to make sure that you're all organized. You get that checklist ready before you send those pitches out. So if that's something you're interested in, I will leave a link below so you can download that and have access to all the free resources we have here at Sidewalker Daily to help you in your creator journey. Anyways, y'all, let me know if this video was helpful, if you liked it, what your thoughts were in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.